What's your take on cultural appropriation?
Cultural appropriation.
Oh, so you've hit me with this one. Okay.
What?
Cultural appropriation.
I don't know, you tell me.
What does that mean?
Like, what's your understanding of cultural appropriation?
What's appropriation?
Your take on cultural appropriation?
It's not right. Oh, no, this is bad now. It's not right. It's not good. I think there's a difference between cultural appreciation, where you know, appreciate something, but then there's stealing someone else's culture and then using it to try and act better and saying, especially if white people try and appropriate other things. I just think that's so wrong. You have your own culture, so just use your own culture. You know what I mean? I think that's...
What's your take on cultural appropriation?
Oh my god, well that's a deep question. What do you mean, what's my take on it?
Like, what's your opinion on it? Do you feel like it's a good thing, bad thing? Pros, cons?
I'm assuming you mean like kind of when different cultures merge and try and make them into cultures they're not. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah. Like,
define cultural appropriation for me.
you taking somebody's culture, whether it be aesthetics, fashion, clothes, music, slang, and making it your own, rather than having...
Without crediting
Yes.
the original.
Yeah.
I don't really agree with that, but I agree with... I don't see the issue with like adopting different culture and appreciating and celebrating different cultures.
I think it depends what you're talking about. For example, like me with my dreadlocks, I was stopped in Birmingham by like a coloured lady who started saying, "Oh, why do you have dreadlocks? Like, you're white," going on about like how like white people used to take back with slavery, and I said, like, do you realise how racist you're being? Like, your attitude towards that is basically saying that certain people can only have certain things, and that's limitational. So things like that, I would say, are very negative and probably one of the closest things to racism, whether it's a white person doing it, whether it's a black person doing it, any kind of ethnicity.
If they are adapting it in some sort of way to make it slightly different, then I don't see anything wrong with, because everyone takes influences from other cultures and other things to like create new things all the time, especially in things like fashion. So I don't think there's anything wrong with it, but if you're taking exactly something that is designed by someone else and just putting your name on it, then yeah, that's wrong, because that's just basically plagiarism.
I think like there's different elements of like different cultures and everything like throughout history. Like,
So obviously you take bits and pieces from all cultures when you look at it. Like, we do take snippets when you actually think back to it, but I would never say stuff I say or stuff I do is my own in a sense, because obviously everything comes from everywhere.
Yesterday, and at the time when I arrived at the train station, they had a little celebration. They had a statue as well, and balloons of like 20 years. It was a celebration of the guy who discovered and named Australia and the islands around it. Why celebrate a man who went over to another land and kill other people, take their lands, take their culture, not caring about it? Why celebrate something like that?
How about if it was just me taking it because I liked it and saying, this is what I
visually.
have? Like,
do you mean like if you like the way a certain...
Yeah, and then I claim it as my own and
Cultural.
say this is a new name and this is what I've created. Do you feel that's bad?
Well, yeah, because you didn't... it's good to acknowledge, you know, the origins of whatever it is you're appropriating, I suppose, yeah.
If you're going to do something or take something from someone else, at least understand what it is or where it's come from.
and then you kind of maybe have the right, but you may not need to. Who says you have to? If you've got good intentions, it don't really matter, does it?
An international move. It's like bringing culture further from the country.
Do you think it's a good thing?
I think it's
bad thing?
I think it's a good thing, but sometimes people take it too far.
In what sense?
Like it's like stereotyping, and then they use it too far, and then things get bad. So they stereotype that group of people and how they are, which is other people's culture, kind of like feeling.
Do you feel that